Living with diabetes is no easy feat. It is an endless struggle, not just to manage your diet but also to comprehend how your body responds to various foods. Diabetes interferes with how your body processes glucose, and over time it can lead to severe complications like heart disease, kidney damage, vision loss, and nerve issues. To make matters worse, some foods that you may consider harmful or even healthful may be slowly causing serious problems for your blood sugar levels without you even being aware of it. In this video, we will cover 7 surprising vegetables diabetics should avoid. These aren't just random items on a list. You'll learn why they can spike blood sugar, how they may impact insulin resistance, and what smarter alternatives you can embrace instead. Often, there are no early symptoms of rising glucose levels until it's too late, making prevention and knowledge crucial. Today, we're exploring something that might surprise you: the vegetables that can actually worsen diabetes. Yes, some vegetables, those that we generally consider healthy, can be harmful to diabetics if eaten in excess or not prepared mindfully. We're going to talk about the 6 worst vegetables diabetics should avoid and why these vegetables can be detrimental if you're managing diabetes. Let's start with a surprising food that may raise some eyebrows: corn. It's a common part of many diets, but when it comes to diabetes, corn may not be the best choice. Why? Corn is packed with carbohydrates, particularly starch. When you eat corn, the starch rapidly breaks down into glucose, which causes a sudden spike in blood sugar levels. For those managing diabetes, these spikes are something to avoid. Corn has a high glycemic index, GI, meaning it raises blood sugar faster than many other foods. Over time, frequent blood sugar spikes can lead to severe complications like heart disease, nerve damage, and kidney issues, all of which are common concerns for people with diabetes. Let's explore diabetic neuropathy, nerve damage caused by high blood sugar. When blood sugar levels remain high over time, harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, form. These AGEs damage nerves and blood vessels, worsening conditions like neuropathy. Since corn causes these blood sugar spikes, it directly contributes to the formation of AGEs, which accelerates nerve damage. If you're dealing with diabetic neuropathy, regularly consuming corn could make it worse. The same issue applies to diabetic nephropathy, a condition affecting the kidneys. High blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels in the kidneys, making it more difficult for them to filter waste. When you eat corn, the quick glucose rise forces your kidneys to work harder, adding strain over time. This can make kidney problems worse, particularly if you're in the early stages of kidney disease. One of the main reasons corn has this effect is due to a carbohydrate called amylopectin. This carbohydrate breaks down rapidly in the body, causing quick glucose spikes. This fast digestion overwhelms the body's ability to produce enough insulin, leading to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a major issue in type 2 diabetes, and eating high amylopectin foods like corn only worsens it, creating a vicious cycle of high blood sugar and insulin resistance. Another issue with corn is its lack of fiber. Fiber helps slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, leading to a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. Without enough fiber, the carbs in corn are absorbed too quickly, causing those dreaded spikes in blood sugar. These spikes result in oxidative stress, which damages cells and causes inflammation. Inflammation plays a significant role in worsening many diabetes-related complications, including nerve and kidney damage, as well as eye problems like diabetic retinopathy. Not only does corn make it harder to control blood sugar, but it can also contribute to weight gain, especially when eaten in large amounts. Weight gain worsens insulin resistance and increases the risk of complications like heart disease, which is already more common among people with diabetes. High GI foods like corn are also linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular problems. The ongoing strain from high blood sugar damages blood vessels, making it easier for plaque to build up in the arteries, which can lead to heart attacks or strokes. So, what's the solution if you love corn but need to manage your blood sugar? Moderation is key. You can still enjoy corn by pairing it with fiber-rich, non-starchy vegetables like spinach or cauliflower. These vegetables have a much lower glycemic index and won't cause the same spikes in blood sugar. They're also packed with nutrients that help regulate glucose levels, making it easier to manage diabetes while still enjoying tasty, satisfying meals. Let's talk about potatoes, a food that's hard to resist. They're versatile, comforting, and found in nearly every meal, but when you're managing diabetes, potatoes can be more harmful than helpful. The culprit? Starch. Potatoes are packed with starch, and once you eat them, that starch breaks down quickly into glucose, causing blood sugar levels to shoot up. Whether you enjoy them mashed, baked, or fried, this rapid spike in blood sugar is something diabetics need to avoid. as it can make it tough to keep blood sugar levels steady. But the issues don't stop there. Potatoes are also a major player in the development of insulin resistance. You see, when foods like potatoes cause repeated blood sugar spikes, your body has to pump out more and more insulin to handle it. Over time, your body becomes less sensitive to insulin, and that's a major problem, especially for people with type 2 diabetes. To make matters worse, potatoes don't offer much in terms of fiber. Fiber is essential because it slows down the digestion of carbs, allowing sugar to be released more gradually into the bloodstream. Since potatoes are low in fiber, that sugar hits your bloodstream quickly, causing not only spikes but crashes. These crashes leave you feeling fatigued and craving more carbs, setting off a frustrating cycle that can be especially damaging for those with diabetes. On top of that, potatoes can affect your gut health, which is crucial for blood sugar management. Fiber supports healthy digestion and improves insulin sensitivity, but without it, you miss out on these benefits. Fiber also helps manage cholesterol, a complication many diabetics face, increasing the risk of heart disease. If you're worried about the long-term effects of eating too many potatoes, kidney damage is a concern. Constantly high blood sugar can damage the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys, making it harder for them to filter out waste. The glycemic load of potatoes only adds to this burden, forcing your kidneys to work overtime. This strain can contribute to kidney function decline, and in some cases even kidney failure. But don't worry, there's a silver lining. If you love potatoes, there are alternatives that are better suited for managing blood sugar. Sweet potatoes, for example, are a great option. They contain more fiber and have a lower glycemic index, meaning they won't cause those rapid spikes in blood sugar. The fiber in sweet potatoes helps slow down the absorption of sugar, giving your body more time to handle it, which is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar levels. Next up are peas, which may seem like an innocent, nutritious addition to any meal, but if you're managing diabetes, it's important to keep a close eye on how they affect your blood sugar. While peas are loaded with essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber, they also contain a significant amount of carbohydrates that can be tricky for diabetics. The carbs in peas, much like in potatoes and corn, come from amylopectin, a type of starch that breaks down quickly during digestion, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar. This fast-acting starch can make it harder to maintain stable glucose levels, especially if you're already dealing with insulin resistance. When you eat peas, that quick breakdown of amylopectin sends glucose into the bloodstream in no time. For diabetics, this can trigger hyperglycemia, a condition where blood sugar levels rise too high. If these spikes become frequent, they can lead to serious long-term complications like nerve damage, kidney problems, and even cardiovascular issues. Studies show that high-carb foods like peas can significantly increase the risk of these complications, particularly for those who struggle with insulin regulation. For those dealing with insulin resistance, peas can complicate things even more. Insulin resistance occurs when the body's cells stop responding to insulin, which is the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar. When you eat foods like peas that cause quick spikes in glucose, your body tries to compensate by producing more insulin. But if your cells aren't responding to insulin as they should, your blood sugar levels remain elevated, which over time can lead to more severe complications like diabetic neuropathy, nerve damage, and nephropathy, kidney damage. The tricky thing about peas is that they're often perceived as a healthy vegetable, and in many ways they are. However, for diabetics, the key is moderation. Though peas contain some fiber, it's not enough to completely offset the high carbohydrate content that can cause those blood sugar spikes. That's why portion control is so important. Eating a large portion of peas can easily push your glucose levels too high, especially if the rest of your meal is already carb-heavy. But don't worry, peas don't have to be completely off the menu. You can still enjoy them in smaller portions and pair them with fiber-rich vegetables like spinach, kale, or broccoli. This pairing helps slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, giving your body more time to process it. So while peas have their benefits when it comes to diabetes management, it's all about balance and moderation. Next on the list are beets, those vibrant sweet root vegetables that are full of color and flavor. But when it comes to managing diabetes, their natural sugar content can be both a blessing and a curse. Beets are packed with essential nutrients like folate, potassium, and fiber, which are great for your health, but they also contain a fair amount of natural sugars that give them their characteristic sweetness. For someone without diabetes, this isn't much of a concern, but for diabetics, this sugar can quickly elevate blood glucose levels, especially if they're eaten in large amounts. While the sugar in beets is natural, it can still trigger those rapid blood sugar spikes that need to be avoided. The issue with beets lies in their moderately high glycemic index, GI, which means they can cause a faster rise in blood glucose compared to many other vegetables. When you eat high GI foods like beets, your body breaks down the carbohydrates into glucose quickly, leading to a surge in blood sugar. For someone managing diabetes, these frequent spikes can be problematic. Over time, they can contribute to complications like insulin resistance, where the body becomes less efficient at using insulin to lower blood sugar levels. The high sucrose content in beets is especially significant. This sugar breaks down into both glucose and fructose in the body, further adding to the blood sugar load and forcing your pancreas to work harder to produce insulin. For individuals with type 2 diabetes who may already struggle with insulin production or sensitivity, consuming too many beets can worsen insulin resistance, making blood sugar harder to regulate. However, it's not all bad news when it comes to beets. One of their redeeming qualities is their high nitrate content. Nitrates have been shown to help lower blood pressure, which is particularly beneficial for diabetics who often also have high blood pressure, a common co-condition. These nitrates work by relaxing and widening the blood vessels, improving circulation, and reducing the heart's workload. For diabetics who are at a higher risk of heart disease and stroke, this can be a crucial benefit. In the end, beets are a mixed bag for diabetics. Their natural sweetness and high sugar content can make blood sugar management more challenging, but their ability to help lower blood pressure through nitrates is a definite advantage. The key is moderation, enjoying beets in small portions and always being mindful of how they fit into your overall meal plan. Balancing their effects with other diabetes-friendly foods can help you reap their benefits while minimizing the impact on your blood sugar. Next up are carrots. These vibrant, crunchy vegetables are often hailed as a superfood due to their impressive nutritional profile. They're rich in beta-carotene, an antioxidant that's not only great for your vision and skin health but also boosts your immunity. However, for people managing diabetes, it's important to approach carrots with a little caution, especially when consuming them in larger quantities. Despite their many health benefits, carrots have a higher glycemic index (GI) compared to other non-starchy vegetables, which means eating too many of them can cause a spike in blood sugar levels, a concern for anyone working to keep their glucose stable. When you eat carrots, their natural sugars like glucose and fructose are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. This rapid absorption can trigger a sharp rise in blood sugar, which is something diabetics need to be mindful of. For those with insulin resistance, these frequent spikes can make it harder for the body to regulate glucose, leading to complications like hyperglycemia or difficulties maintaining target blood sugar ranges. The natural sucrose content in carrots, which breaks down into glucose and fructose, is one of the key contributors to this effect. While the impact may not be as severe as with starchy vegetables like potatoes or corn, it still poses a challenge, especially for diabetics trying to maintain stable blood sugar levels. If carrots are consumed too regularly or in large amounts, they could contribute to insulin resistance, further complicating blood sugar management and potentially leading to more serious issues like nerve or kidney damage. That said, carrots aren't all bad news for diabetics. One of their standout benefits is their beta-carotene content, which the body converts into vitamin A, an essential nutrient for eye health. This is particularly relevant for diabetics who are at an increased risk of developing diabetic retinopathy, a condition where high blood sugar levels damage the blood vessels in the retina. When enjoyed in moderation, carrots can still be a valuable addition to a diabetic diet. The trick is to practice portion control and ensure carrots aren't the main vegetable on your plate. If you enjoy carrots, try incorporating them into meals in smaller portions and balance them with lower GI vegetables like spinach, broccoli, or kale. These vegetables are rich in fiber, which helps slow down the absorption of sugar from the carrots and prevents sharp blood sugar spikes. In this way, you can still enjoy the nutritional benefits of carrots without compromising your glucose levels. Last but certainly not least, we have pumpkin. Known for its rich fiber content, vibrant color, and high levels of beta-carotene, pumpkin is often celebrated as a superfood that promotes good vision and overall health. However, when it comes to managing diabetes, it's important to keep in mind pumpkin's high glycemic index (GI). While pumpkin is packed with nutrients, its high GI means that eating it, especially in large quantities, can lead to a noticeable spike in blood sugar. This is particularly true when pumpkin is part of a meal that's heavy in carbohydrates, which can push your glucose levels higher than you might expect. Here's why: when you eat pumpkin, the carbohydrates it contains are broken down quickly, causing a rapid rise in blood sugar. The natural sugars and starches in pumpkin are readily absorbed into the bloodstream, which can be problematic for diabetics trying to maintain stable glucose levels. Over time, frequent spikes in blood sugar levels can contribute to insulin resistance, making it increasingly difficult for the body to use insulin effectively. This can lead to more severe complications like neuropathy, nerve damage, and nephropathy, kidney damage, especially if blood sugar levels are left uncontrolled. Despite this, it's not all bad news for pumpkin. It offers valuable nutrients like beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. This antioxidant is great for eye health and boosting immunity. For diabetics, beta-carotene's anti-inflammatory properties can help protect against some of the complications that arise from high blood sugar, such as retinopathy. The trick with pumpkin, like many other high GI foods, is learning to enjoy it in a way that doesn't throw off your blood sugar balance. If you're a pumpkin lover, here's what you can do: practice portion control. Pair pumpkin with other low GI vegetables like cauliflower, spinach, or broccoli. These vegetables are high in fiber and can help slow down the absorption of sugars from the pumpkin. This ensures you can still enjoy pumpkin's flavor and nutritional benefits without compromising your glucose levels. In conclusion, it's crucial to remember that these vegetables, while potentially harmful in large amounts, don't have to be completely off your plate. The key lies in portion control and pairing them with fiber-rich, low GI foods that help maintain stable blood sugar levels. Managing diabetes through diet can be one of the most powerful tools at your disposal. By being mindful of what you eat and understanding how it affects your body, you can make significant strides in keeping your glucose levels in check. The good news is, you don't have to avoid these vegetables entirely. With the right balance, you can still enjoy a wide variety of foods without compromising your health. Moderation is essential, and making smart choices allows you to include some of these vegetables in your meals while ensuring they don't cause unnecessary spikes in blood sugar. Remember, a balanced diet is key to managing diabetes effectively. By choosing the right foods and practicing portion control, you can maintain healthy blood sugar levels and continue to enjoy the benefits of a diverse, nutrient-rich diet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information helpful. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.